Hello. Welcome, Xenomorph King. Just bear with me and I'll be starting shortly, folk. Get this launched. You should be able to hear the game now, folk. Let's switch over. Okay, no, that is not displaying the screen. Bear with me. As always, we never want to work, do we? Bloody StreamYards. Screen capture. Not screen. Crawling chaos, hello. Okay, you should be able to see the game now. Alright, where did we get to? Hey Zeno, welcome. Are you back from San Diego yet, Hunter? Mitch, welcome. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay, I think this was the start of the next mission, so let's see what happens to us. I'm a bit low. Okay, hang on a second then. Turned up 100% here. Let me turn the game down a little bit more just in case it's the game overpowering. Drop that down to 63. Okay, let's see how we get on now. Aliens Eradication is free, Xenomorph King. You just need to source yourself a Doom. Not emulator, I can't think what the right word is here. One of the Doom sort of modern ports that you can use, and then you can download the WADs and play the game. And Hunter says, I'm not currently in the hall getting artwork soundbite. Dave Dorman, I love it. Hunter. What piece are you getting? Oh shit. Okay, so there are... Ah! Come to me, come to me. Okay. Our plan was to do that to her. Quite a way. Welcome, Sabian. Calum, no style Dutch. Oh shit, yeah, I haven't switched back over, my bad. There you go, sorry guys. Try that again. Okay, so there was a queen down there eventually. Where did she come from? Okay, so what's this do? Is that this door? That's that door. Okay, okay. It's a different way of doing it. Interesting. Come back over here. Yeah, I like this as a oh well. Come here, I want to use the barrels. Okay, so her acid must be doing the barrels then. Okay. Is it all just about this little... Oh! Fucking hell, that was fast. I hadn't realised it was on the queen level, to be honest, because I wonder if this is going to be... the last mission of this campaign or not. Come on, come back to me. Don't do that ridiculous jump at me. Oh, balls. Say. Casper, welcome. Should we see if we can have a run around here? See what else we've got going off in this map. Ooh, power loader. And some sentry turrets. Okay. So this is the place to actually start. Okay, I need to remember, how do we deploy the sentry turrets? Hunter, if you're still there, what doorman artwork we haven't done? Acoustic, I am well, thank you. Ready? I've been looking forward to jumping back onto this, to be honest, because I've been having a lot of fun with the game. So Y and T, Y and T, Y and T. Oh, I forgot that was a thing. Go on then, let's see. Oh, did that actually? No, that was just there. Okay. Okay, so that wasn't very good. Custy Viper says, from August onwards, we've been eating good on Alien and Predator content. He is hoping for more. Crawling Chaos says, you forgot we already have Killer of Killers this year. I'm glad a lot of people really like that. It's not... It wasn't one I enjoyed as much as I hoped I would. Oh, that's that. Okay. Looks like there's 2 cages. That acid spit is a pain. Killam says, and literally even got more of it just last night. We did get the extra extended ending to Killer of Killers, and I genuinely don't know how I feel about this, because I just think it's so unfair to all the survivors. Like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely don't mind the gladiatorial component to these predators, but I don't want all of the previous victors to be captured and not get any sort of respite. Oh, I wish you'd fuck off getting me that bad. Mitch Lawrence says the new Predator Badlands trailer has me intrigued to see it. I very much agree there. I was somewhat hesitant. Well, no, that's not a lie. I mean, that's a lie. I was just a little uncertain about it, but then the new trailer had me pretty much on board, and then Bud, I'm just like, now I'm not so sure. Having seen the pictures of Bud. Alright, come on, Queenie, where are you? Crawling Chaos says, yeah, it's weird, so every hero who kills a predator gets to be frozen until the predator kills them. Strange. Caleb says, I quite like it a lot, but I totally get why some people dislike that it undermines previous victories, especially Harrigan's. No Style Dutch says, in the Predator culture, being thrust into gladiatorial games is probably a big honour. Real talk. Come on. She's not dead, is she? No. Come on, come to me. But I don't want you to jump at me and kill me from 3,000 feet away. Custy Viper says, I enjoyed Killer of Killers, I just wish we had longer with each. Oop. No, that didn't work. I feel like this game is going to be a punishment today. Caleb says, I'm extra in on Badlands after that latest trailer, though yeah, it feels like they've been keeping Bud out of the marketing for exactly that reason. Yeah. I don't know. I'll wait to see how it goes. But like, I've been enjoying, you know, the big fantasy angle with her. The big fantasy kind of angle that they've took with the trailers, and that's fine. Oh yeah, we got it. Oh. And she pops some eggs upon death. Okay. One down. I wonder how many more we've got. So comments are saying, Crawling Chaos said, well, as a human who kills a pred, I would kind of be sad to be frozen forever or until they kill me. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a disservice to those victors, which is a shame. But like there's the other one, which is a shame. But yeah, I totally see it being a thing that the Predators will do. You know, the concept of the gladiatorial thing, the concept of capturing everybody and putting them in a big combat arena has been a thing since, like, you know, the early 90s. So that, you know, that feels right in place. It's just this idea that all of them being taken is a little disappointing. It's like, just let some of them have rest. Where are you? Nostalgia says, have to head out for a bit, about to try and speed run through Family Gathering. Wish me luck. Good luck. We all know what they can be like. Mitchell Lawrence says, I want to know why. I want to know more about the. Sorry, bear with. Kaylin, feel free to jump on to read questions if you're free. I am in the Discord. Mike's alive. Also been, I want to say enjoying, but I'm not sure it's the actual genuine word, San Diego Comic Con with Adam and Hunter. Big I don't know, is Hal watching us right now? Is that what that is? Still doing okay. Crawling Chaos says, problem is that for humans it feels like there's just no winning here, is it? Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a perfectly fine sensation in Alien. Absolutely. For Predator, no. I don't think Predator feels unfair like that. Costa Viper says, it seems like lore-wise now, if you manage to kill a Yautja, the rest of their species just collect you like Pokemon and stick you in a storage box. Yeah, that's exactly the problem, isn't it? And that's where I have a little bit of a problem. I wish they'd have left some alone, I guess, is more my point. I wish Stan hadn't have gone all in on it being, you know, let's get Dutch in there, let's get Harrigan, let's get Naru. If it was just Naru and, you know, the heroes that we got in that film, then it wouldn't have felt so wide-reaching. Mitch Lawrence says, will we ever get to see a female Predator? I like to think that all the ones we've seen so far have been. Okay, do I actually want to go up there? Caleb says, yeah, it's definitely another one of those, gotta say. It's another clan thing. Yes, yes. Which... good lord, this one's a chaotic one. Always still cool. Okay, so that's everybody there. Mitch Lawrence says, I want to know what the boss towers were Wolf was sitting in. Oh, yeah. I genuinely wonder if they're going to go down the route of it's the same planet. If the, you know, the Predator Planner and Killers of Killers and Badlands is the exact same planet. Christopherson asks, would Lex be free from Predator capture since she was blessed by the Elder in AVP? You'd think the same would apply to Harrigan if that was the case, which it very much does not seem to. So I don't. That's another problem really as well. You know, with Harrigan getting captured. Is he was let go in the first place. I don't know. I didn't end up enjoying Killer of Killers as much as I hoped to. Caleb thinks it's 100% meant to be the same Predator homeworld. Oh no, I think it's I absolutely think it's the same planet in both Killer of Killers and Badlands. I just wonder if it's also supposed to be the planet from AVPR. Is what I was questioning. Dick Viper says, I feel like based on the Predator that Lex most likely froze to death since they had her trophy spear and Scar's mask in the facility. I like to think that Stargazer or OWF just recovered her because at the end of AVP, if I remember rightly, when it pulls back to her leaving, there's the shot of there's actually a working active one of those vehicles, a Hugland, I forget what they call them. So the implication there being that if she wants to survive, she can drive off in one of these things. I am gonna have to go fight that queen, aren't I? I just gotta. Just gotta go collect all the ammo. Mike says, I feel like the planet from AVPR is going to be put in a corner and quietly forgot about, quietly removed from canon. I hope not, because I think it was still a visually interesting fuck's sake, every time, Aaron, I'm shit with those. Because I think it was still a visually interesting looking place in AVPR. Caleb says, part of me loves the possibility that we might get new animated adventures with those legendary encounters. They understand it's feeling like a bit of an inconsistent way to go about it. You see, I absolutely agree with you there. In terms of if they were going to bring back Dutch and Harrigan, due to how much time's passed, this would be a perfect way to do it in animated form. I just think the idea, like you mentioned there, is with Harrigan being involved in this farming project, it's yeah, it just feels a little inconsistent in that approach. Okay, so that big one was a thingy there. Okay, cool. Let's go and deal with this other queen then. Yeah, and I agree with you, Caleb. They both look orange. They both look like they could be the same planet with the desert stuff. That's what made me think perhaps. To me. Oh, no, we got it. There must be some facehuggers running around. Oh no, it's a person. Shit. Damn whaling, you Tawny. I thought they were on my side. Until they weren't. Ooh, what we got here? Oh, it's just more smart gun, I think. Nice. This is where I'm gonna die when I jump down. So, what's up with Elle Fanning playing two parts? Does she get reprogrammed? Yeah, so she's just two different characters in it, two different androids of the same model. Which is, again, also something I really like. And it was something I was quite excited for with Covenant. You know, as the prospect of finally seeing two androids of the same model together in a film. So I'm curious about that. So where did they all come from? And where is my exit? Acoustic Viper says, I think including Dutch was fine since outside of hunting grounds he essentially vanished without a trace. Harrigan should have been left alone. Yeah, I can agree with that assessment too. I think... Oh, there's that way out. I think if we'd have left with just Dutch and Naru, it wouldn't have felt so unfair. Oh, yep, that was the last mission as the mercenary. Huh. Okay, do I go join the mercenaries? Press use to continue. Oh, I could be an alien. I didn't know that was an option. Expanded gaming, Galaxy Gaming. Yeah, there was gloves there. I think it was all largely ripped from Trilogy. This is all built on about 2 different alien TCs for Doom, I think. I guess it just wants to show us everything exploding here. Crawling Chaos. You know what? I genuinely am really excited for Elle Fanning in the film. It's one of the bits of the trailer that I thought was... I figured expanded. I figured it was you. Yeah, so I really like Elle Fanning in the trailer. Ooh, there was a predator? I don't remember us running across any predators. So the game took me about 5 hours in total to finish. Well, longer really, I guess, because of all the replays, but that's what it says. When all else fails, scream, and the beast will hear and come for you. It will not hate you. No, it is incapable of that. The creature must do what it does, without conscience and guided only by instinct. Scream, let it find you. In the end, it always will. Caustic Viper says, protect Elle Fanning's smile at all costs. Yeah, that frame from the game. Oh, what's the game doing now? Oh, is this what it did at the end of Doom 2? Come on, let me just get back to the main menu of the TC. Okay. So, should we start a new game? We were the We were the Weyland-Yutani operative there, so let's go and be a combat synth. Let's rock times 12, yes. Use the smart gun in locked or manual mode. Facehuggers cannot impregnate you because you are an artificial person. Health can only be found at repair and replace stations. Okay, so those were the things we saw around the map before but couldn't use. Your OS contains a full schematic of the colony, so you begin each map with an auto map complete. Restore order to the colony. Okay. Oh, and we start at a different point as well. Okay. The power system has been interrupted. Lab security has been disabled as a result. Red alert, containment breach. Expel the alien presence. So we're already off to a different start from when we played the commandos. Okay, I like that as well already, that it's already quite different. More synthetics there. I've said all along how impressed I've been with this. Gusty Viper says, in the middle heavens, fuel resources are low, but ammunition isn't. Hoorah. At least I don't need food now. Okay, we do have a flashlight there though. Oh, and the trilogy kicks in. Gusty Viper says, how creepy is that oculus squid in the sheep on Alien Earth, how it stares? Yeah, I'm genuinely looking forward to seeing how all that pans out, because I'm glad it follows the sort of body horror, you know, the body horror of Alien, but I still hope the alien does not get overshadowed in the show. Now, I've read some of the impressions of the world premiere, including Adam's, you know, where Adam wrote his own, which we published yesterday. But the response so far seems to be, you know, the first one is very alien alien centric, which is good. But not long until we get to experience that for ourselves, is it? What, 2 weeks, something like that now? Gusty Viper says, it made me think of the raptors from Jurassic Park 1, how you can see it working its intelligence. Okay, so we can't go out there. I don't know if I got the vibe of intelligence from it so much as you know, I thought it was a bit empty staring in that creepy way. You know, that malevolence. actually unlocked anything else yet. Oh! It's okay, you can't hurt me. You know, I think as a kid I would have played exclusively this class, because I used to play the alien, so I didn't have to deal with the aliens as an enemy, because it just used to shit me up absolutely. Facehuggers in particular. Mike's Monster says people should temper expectations on how much we see the Xeno in the first episode. It's there, but there's lots of quick shots and flashes, some deliberately confusing editing of flashed images of it throughout. Very interested in what they're doing. Yeah, and I think we get episode 1 and 2 as well at the same time, if I remember rightly. So even if, you know, there's not a lot of alien in the first episode, there might be more in the second. Somebody is sounding quite delirious. So we are looking for the red key. Colin Kerr says, well, it's a show and not a movie. They have to do things other than just be hunted by the alien. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, that's where I see the value in including the other, you know, types of aliens. I think it's a fantastic idea creatively. But I think one of my big problems with, you know, Killer of Killers is how it felt like the Predator was being diminished, undermined in its threateningness, and that's something that I was kind of worried about with Earth, with the inclusion of new creatures. You know, I want them to be a threat, but I still want the alien to be the apex, or not to be under portrayed. Although Mikey says he's very excited for episode 2. And I'm glad to hear that excitement's there, mate. Just hope it's all good in the end. Still no sign of the red key. And the Captain Marvel vs. Aliens got announced as well. Which is not a pairing I would have anticipated, but I'm quite curious to see how that goes, especially with like all the occult stuff with the Nazis. Because I think that could make for an interesting. Certainly make for an interesting concept to play with. Killam says Aliens in World War II could be really cool. Yeah, I really hope it works out. I do think they'll play. Well, I hope they'll play into the occult. Caleb says definitely a different twist to the more obvious predators in that setting. Yeah, and I think that's where the fan film did a nice job of, you know, it being on a crashed alien ship that they come across in World War One, because that was obviously a very big twist on the normal setup. And that was a fun little fan film as well, I think. Colin Kale says, I mean, if they do a classic Alien or Predator movie, everything might feel as it should, but we might get a bit bored with the same thing. Tricky part is doing new while feeling accurate. Yeah, and that's a battle I think all franchises face. You know, is that old stereotype of them, of fans being like, oh, you've just done the same thing again, we wanted something new, and then when they do something new they go, we didn't want this, why didn't you just do the same as before? And you know, it is a hard balance for them to achieve, and I completely get that. But to be fair to both, I mean, to both Alien Earth and Predator Badlands, they are very much doing something new. Mikey says he's really curious to see where it's going because this is new. That he's really liking. I hope it works out. The show has been something I've actually been dubious about. And I just hope Bud doesn't kill Badlands for everybody, because I'm genuinely excited for the sort of space Conan vibes that they're going for with this one. I mean, I'd rather Space Barbarian than Space Samurai. Okay, that's that, isn't it? Okay. Colin Kerr says, I'm happy with what we've been getting since Prey and Romulus, and just because Killer of Killers was not my favourite thing, I can't get angry. Looking forward to Alien Earth and Badlands and more. Yeah, I absolutely fucking love Prey and Romulus. You know, I adore both of those films. I think Marvel's been getting stronger as well lately, which has been nice. Paradiso, not so much, but you know, the two Declan Shelby runs were very strong. Icarus was strong. Come on, you guys shouldn't even be attacking me. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Well, okay, guess who did not save that entire time? Mike's Monster says, I saw no Space Samurai in the first 50 minutes. Yeah, Badlands does not sound at all like it's going to be that. Oh, was there no saves at all? I wonder if it auto-save, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, remember to save. Crawling Chaos says, reason I stay positive is because of your podcast with Alex White when you talked about lore and canon. It was really good. Yeah, Alex is an absolutely wonderful writer. And it'd be lovely to see them come back and do some more Alien. But, you know, there's been some really good other writers as well. Scott Siegler has been fantastic. I have very much enjoyed... Oh, what's her name? Philippa Valentine. I really enjoyed Seventh Circle. Inferno's Fall. I didn't think Seventh Circle was as good as Inferno's Fall, but it was still reasonably solid, I thought. Although, to be fair, I haven't been rushing to the novels like I used to. Because I don't think the RPG trilogy was terribly thrilling. So yeah, I've had a little bit of hesitation on that part that's tempered a fair bit of excitement. But I have been started rereading Berserker, the novel, which was always one of my favourite novels, and you know, one of my top 5 novels. Croker says, I liked Alex White's attitude, like, don't get too hung up on canon. See that? Not again, come on. Jesus Christ, what was that? Can I go back to the healing station? No, I cannot. Yeah, so canon is something that I actually find really frustrating as a concept when fans discuss it and get hung up on it, because I don't think it's something that we should get frustrated about. It's nothing. It doesn't impact the quality of a story. It shouldn't impact our enjoyment of it. So yeah, I try not to get too frustrated about something's canonicity. Oh, I'm annoyed I got ambushed by all those aliens there. Okay, so gold's in there. Yes, Xenosaurian, welcome. We did hear about the new cameos at the end of Killer of Killers. We talked about it earlier. Oh, piss off. Yeah, canon is important, just not to us. Canon is important to the people that make the things as to what is valid and what they should continue and what's relevant to their story. But it's not important to us. Or it shouldn't be important to us. Welcome, Ridgetop. And that's the other thing, Xenosaurian, you know, the games aren't primary canon, they never have been. The films are not beholden to anything that wasn't on the big screen. Okay, so let's avoid going down there, because that's when we triggered a shit ton of aliens last time. Okay, well, so we just triggered them regardless. That was harsh. That was quite harsh. I still love that atmospheric sound of the hysteric guy there, though. But we wouldn't get confused if the media defines what it's treating. But then that's where I also dislike all these alternate continuities and all that kind of stuff. I'm never going to agree with anybody on that point. It's not something for us to get hung up on. Yeah, that door opened regardless of me going close to it. Xenosaurian, the new ending has made the lore around the pistol a lot easier now. They get it off of Harrigan. So it's all pretty straightforward timeline wise now. I still wish they'd left it out. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's the worst in the series. That distinction will always apply to the Predator as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I'm not terribly enthused on it. I'm killer of killers. It's just kind of middle of the ground for me. Slayerboy says, I just finished Spider-Man vs. Predator, can't wait to listen to your review. All I can say was I was happy with one of the storylines. I think it started stronger than it finished, but in general it was entertaining. I think the first two issues were just significantly better than where it took. Than where it took the last two issues. Crawling says, I know all too well how obsessing over canon and continuity is basically like fighting windmills. The creators will make what they want, can be damned, so I take what I like and enjoy what I don't. And that is the best approach to it. I enjoy what I enjoy regardless of its canon status. You know, the films aren't beholden to Isolation, and anything contradicting that isn't going to suddenly make Isolation a less good game. Caleb says, I don't know why anybody ever thought they didn't get it off Harrigan and Killers of Killers. It's incredibly convoluted to ever think anything different. Yeah, there are a lot of hoops involved in making it work if it isn't Harrigan. I think we just didn't want Harrigan to be killed or kidnapped. I don't think it's convoluted in the slightest to say they got it off of Harrigan. Harrigan has the pistols, the Predator got him back. That's how they get it. That's how they get it. I think it's unfair that they would get him, but I don't think it's convoluted to say they get him. Although yes, I do agree that Dan needs to stop using the flintlock. I really groaned when it showed up in Killers of Killers. I think you're on your own there then, Xenosaurian. I think the comment I saw from a lot of folk was like, yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. When the cameo went back on. Gusty Viper says, Yautja Repo is Canon. They came back for that twin pistol twice, yeah. Just sending bailiffs and repo men around. Oh, absolutely, Rugster. You know, and that's a crutch that a lot of us sort of lean on. You know, the idea that different clans of predators have different motivations. And I don't think. I mean, I personally don't have a problem with that, and I don't think any of us on the podcast have really had a problem with that. I think the idea is more that it's just. I mean, speaking from my point of view, you know, I think it's a little unfair to the characters, you know, especially when Harrigan is given that sort of respect of being like, yeah, you've bested one of my dudes here, have a prize, off you trot, bask in your own glory. Yeah, Kaelin, that is a very good point, actually. If anything, getting it off at Aragon kind of explains why it's in the arena as Torres' weapon, because the Predators took it from a 20th century champion despite it actually coming from the 18th. Oh yeah, they are absolutely overusing it now, though. Two straight films, it can go away now. Healing chamber. Oh, it's down there. Okay. Oh, and there's the blue key. Okay. Let's go heal first. Yeah, I was surprised as well, Kaelin. To the point of it was very much like it was one of those for fuck's sake kind of moments. Charge. I like the sound effect there. What's chat saying there? So, Caustic Viper says, I'd say the Predator clan in Killer of Killers leans more towards the Super Predators than any other clan. Super Predators kidnapped prey they deemed dangerous. Fair point. I always liked the you know, the hunting preserve concept myself as well. But you know, that was without them taking previous victors. So we've got the blue key now. yellow door. The yellow key was around there. Okay. So we need to get back up. Okay, where was the blue door? Down there. Ruxter says, agree, maybe the killer of Killer Preds are more vengeful than the ones at the end of Predator 2. They didn't see Mike earn respect. See, I don't think of what they do as vengeful. I think of it as more, you know, collecting the interesting prey, the worthy prey, and where's this? Oh, down there. Combat synth's work is never done. Yeah, so I don't see it. I don't see it being about vengeance so much as that thing I just like about the Predators of them being out for a good time. Yes. I just don't see how you think it's convoluted, Xenosaurian. It's now, you know, Adeline to Naru. Greyback obviously gets it off of Naru somehow. Gives it to Harrigan, and then they get it when they capture Harrigan. It's just now a part of the story we don't know. I don't think that extra step is convoluted. Richard says, how many levels you got through today? I finished the Weyland-Yutani Commando campaign, and I've started playing through on the Combat Synth campaign now. So this is the first level of the Combat Synth campaign. Scaddy says, am I the only one that hates the no extended ending? The implications are dire, man. Kroenker says, I'm whelmed by it. Xenosaurian says, you're not the only one. A lot of people hate the new ending, themselves included. Yeah, we've been having this conversation pretty much throughout the entire stream, Scaddy. The idea of it being an empty victory fighting a predator if somebody else is then going to come and just capture you. I really wish they'd have left it with just Naru or Harrigan for the sake of that pistol thing, although I wish they'd have just never left the pistol. I'm still kind of on Killer of Killers, and the new ending doesn't really do much to satiate that. Rich Top says, it's funny, before the Predator panel they showed footage from all of the different Predator films except the Predator. Caleb says they did it right then. No, I don't think it's convoluted at all, Xenosaurian. I really don't. There's just now an extra chapter in that story. No more convoluted than when we didn't have Predator 1880 whatever it was. I think it was convoluted without knowing that they got Harrigan back. I don't think it's convoluted knowing they got Harrigan back. It's a very straightforward and linear path now. Mike's Monster says, I don't think they showed footage from Predators in the sizzle reel either. If they did, it was very little. Well, that's a shame. I still stand by Predators. The Predator, though, you can absolutely ignore that. That is fine by me. What is that? Okay. It was little bit. Adam, you're gonna have to retype that. I'm assuming you're saying there was a little bit in there. Scotty says, I hope them keeping them on ice is just something that is just a holy crap moment and not a new canon. Well, I think they're gonna have to lean with the amount of times we're getting different Predator clans doing things their own different ways and stuff like that. I think they're really gonna have to lean in on some sort of internal conflict on a cinematic level now, just to, you know, express that there are different cultures and they are at odds with each other. It should never have been included in Killer of Killers. It was always going to be in Prey once we knew what the time frame was. The Killer of Killers just should not have had Harrigan, and it shouldn't have had the pistol. Balls. I don't think I've got any ammo left now. Oh my god, leave me alone, guys. Rugster says Badlands will show us much more about their species and motivation. Excited to see it. See, no story, and we don't need to know how Greyback gets it yet. We didn't until we got that short comic in the first place. It's an entirely non-point for me. And it's not a plot hole, we just don't know how it happened.
Hey.
Chevy, welcome. Who's that? Who's in chat?
Oh, Calum, even.
Oh, hey. No, Chevy's in. Chevy's shown up in the chat. Was what I was trying to say there. Yo, welcome.
Which I can now read for you since I've finished my food. That's still okay.
Yeah, thank you. Because I was struggling. I was struggling a lot here.
I would have been on earlier, but I was just having my tea, so.
It's fine.
Dinner, whatever.
Oh, you fucking idiot!
I'm sorry.
Not you, me. I just.
I eat my tea. No, I know. Indeed, a wild Caleb appears. This is coming through my mic, isn't it? This isn't coming through my... Okay, good.
You are sounding perfectly fine, my friend.
Good. For a second there, I was worried that echo was coming through from my end. This Ridgetop says a wild Caleb appears. Yes, indeed.
And we love...
Yeah, Chevy says always with the facehuggers, mate.
Always. I will never get rid of those.
Yeah, Casper says McKenna will save them all. Wasn't good enough to be captured, but maybe his new suit can do some good.
Do me a quick favour. Look up the publishing date of the comic where we see the pistol get given to Golden Angel.
Okay.
What's it called? Predator
1718.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Let's see. It was
hang on a second. Ridgetop says you're a little quiet, so just bear with while I pop over to Discord. Control Alt 9. There we go. Okay. Let me just see if I can boost you on a Discord.
It was July 96, apparently.
96. So how long's that after Predator 2? That's 3 years?
6
4 years? Yeah.
Predator 2 was like 1990, wasn't it?
Yes. That sounds about right. So, you know, that is 6 years of waiting there, Xenosaurian, before we had any idea. I do not think it is a big deal that we don't know yet how Greyback gets it in this new interpretation.
And, you know, we did get the thing at the end of the praise credits, didn't we, showing that obviously the predators
some
came back.
predators. Well, and we know some
Yeah.
predators came back because Naru's in.
Yeah, that's true. Killer of killers.
Exactly. Okay, what am I doing now?
There we go. Okay.
Yes, I got the. Oh, it's going to be all these stupid fucking aliens on that side, isn't it? This game is very mean.
It's mean, like a predator that comes back and puts you in cryo even after you beat one.
It's like, what's even the point? I might as well just go get killed by him in the first place.
Yeah. Or just let them blow you up after you beat them the first time.
Yeah. If you're going to be a sore loser, fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Be a sore loser there and then. Don't be a sore loser after the fact.
Although it's not. I don't think that's sore loser though, is it really? That's what the predators trying to weasel in on the fun of somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like, hey, we're gonna come back and take the dudes that, you know, beat you and beat some of your clan mates, even though we weren't involved, seemingly. If we're going that it was a different clan route. Caustic Viper says, you got this, Aaron.
Oh, I never do. I never do. Okay, that's one clutch down. Oh. Oh no, not more. Oh,
no.
They've locked me in. Ah!
Of course.
Oh god. I'm gonna have to go back to a restart station already.
Xenosaurian says, I'm going to have to stick to my guns here, pun unintended, and say they have absolutely convoluted an otherwise simple plot around the gun, left plot hole as to how Greyback gets it, and overused the gun.
I will not disagree with the overuse. How do you think about that? Do you think it's convoluted now?
I mean, I think it's less convoluted now that they've 100% confirmed that they just captured Harrigan and got it off him, you know, because I was kind of surprised going on the boards after that to see some people were like, oh, maybe they got this before Harrigan, and this was you know, Killer of Killers was before Greyback.
Yeah, because I think that was how I'd originally felt about it as well at first, which was one of the reasons where I was like, fuck this pistol being in this game.
Yeah.
in this film.
Yeah, because I always took it that, oh shit, you know, I saw it and was like, oh shit, it's the pistol. Does that mean they've gone and captured Harrigan? You know, like, so I was like, oh, I never even considered that there was the possibility of getting it before Harrigan, you know, and that then, because then it seemed more convoluted to me that, like, Greyback would take it and eventually give it to Harrigan and blah blah blah. So I don't think it's, you know, now that they've confirmed 100% they just got it from Harrigan when they captured him. I don't think it's, you know, I don't think it's extra convoluted. It's just this is what happens to the pistol afterwards, essentially. Instead of it sits on Harrigan's mantelpiece for decades. Now it's just, you know, this is where the pistol goes next. But yeah, I'm also kind of the opinion that it doesn't need to show up in every single thing that, you know, has a predator in it from now on.
Agreed. And I swear to God, if Dan puts it in Badlands.
Yeah, and I mean, it, you know, it could. I wouldn't be shocked if Badlands has like a post-credit scene where we see, you know, one of the survivors from Killer of Killers show up on that planet or something, like the jacked predator ship like lands on that planet, and they're like, phew, I guess we can stop here for a while to hide out from those predators that are chasing us, and then the camera just pans over to the pistol or something.
They need. I think it needs a bit of its own identity there.
Yeah, yeah. And Casper says maybe Greyback got it from another predator who took it from Mike. Who knows? Or maybe they have a warehouse full of those pistols.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Greyback just gave him the like, you know, I beat a predator and all I got was this lousy knockoff
Yeah.
flintlock like replica. they hand them out to every human that manages to beat one. And Caustic Viper says, my personal belief is that Killer a Killer is an exploration of the super predators as a whole, and that they're still beefing with the classic Yautja who still hold honor.
I don't... No, well, you know my thoughts on the predators as honourable creatures.
Yeah. I think that's almost partly why I'm... It's one of the reasons I'm kind of... I don't dislike seeing like Dutch and Harrigan in Cryo as much, because it feels like a villainous thing to do.
Oh yeah,
it feels like a really big move.
Absolutely. I think that the concept of them capturing people, I think the concept of the... You know, I hate the term super predators as well.
Yeah.
You know, the berserker predators.
Berserkers.
This idea of a preserved planet, I think, is very, very predator. You know, in terms of absolutely putting aside any notion of Perry. I think it's purely predator. Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was a great like inversion of what we'd seen up until that point. Like they're not coming down here to hunt; they're bringing the prey to them, kind of thing. Like hunting more on their own terms.
Come on, then, you want to dance?
Really cool. Come on, motherfucker. And Mike says, if the pistol shows up in Badlands, that just tells me that the predator species must be a small community. Sorry, the chat scrolled up as I was reading that. Must be a small community if it keeps popping up that much. Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's an interesting... Well, no. Well, I guess it's a small community because of all the heroes we see at the end of Killer for Killers. Oh, I didn't save it after that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'd actually got through that with like 70 health left.
Caustic Viper says Badlands will have Hicks shotgun instead. Yeah. Sorry, says I can understand them getting the gun from Harrigan. It just adds a layer of lore that is totally unnecessary and makes it worse. And somehow both Naru and Harrigan end up next to each other and both owned the gun. What are the odds? Yeah,
that is stupid. It's like I said, you know, I'm not particularly sold on Killer of Killers as a film myself. I don't know if I don't think I know if you like it or not, actually.
I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I was surprised to, you know, when Ridgetop said that you weren't like that, you know, that you kind of didn't enjoy it as much as you were hoping to, because I know you were super excited for it.
Yeah, I was really jazzed for that film.
Yeah, I remember like the you know, motion tracker he did when it was like, oh man, you know, a World War II Predator, but it's a dogfight. That's such a cool idea. And then Ridgetop was like, oh yeah, you know, Aaron wasn't super into it. I was like, damn, that's unfortunate.
I think it should have been a TV show.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that it wasn't. I mean, I know some of, like, obviously some of the complaints, like the Predators being kind of dispatched kind of quickly, that's kind of an inherent problem of it being an anthology movie. It's like you're gonna have the characters have their fight with the Predator be over much quicker than a film, so it's gonna make the Predators feel weaker in that way if they're getting kind of offed quicker. But I mean, no, like overall, I mean, there was some stuff where I was like not too sure about and wasn't a huge fan of, but overall I really liked it. Like,
good.
I would probably give it an 8 out of 10.
Good. I'm glad you did.
A lot of really cool stuff that I liked.
Yes, Adam. I don't think anybody's well, unless I've missed bits in the chat about them disputing all Predators doing it.
Yeah. It's the luckily that's the go-to like get out of jail free card now that any filmmakers and fans can use. Like
It has been for a long time, hasn't it? Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's hashtag not all predators.
Not my predator.
Yeah.
I need to try and get some more ammo. This is ridiculous.
And then Scotty Gemini says, I like the bullet even though it needed some cleaning up on its message.
Yeah, I don't think any of us really got what the bullet was trying to put across.
It's that it's okay to climb out onto the wing of a plane if it's busted with just a hammer. You'll be alright.
That seems legit.
I will say though, like I guess just slight. That was one of the things I was a little iffy on was
although
Michael Bihn's sacrifice in that one.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
Was that necessary? Did you need to do that? But anyway, sorry.
So, did you listen to the podcast? I can't remember.
Yes.
So you know how I went, I wonder if it has any basis on some ridiculous story.
Yeah, and then apparently it does.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Oh, fuck me.
But I still, I'm agreeing with the that was maybe a little too much.
Oh yeah, absolutely it was. But it's.
I mean, it's a good job it was in animation because it was just about like, okay, I'll just about accept this, but it's pushing it even in an animated kind of context.
I mean, I don't know if I forgive it anymore, knowing that it was based on a true.
Yeah, no, because you still have to take it as as what it is, and it's not something that you're going to see a lot of people doing on a general. As a general rule, climbing out onto the wing of a plane when you're the one piloting it is not a good thing to do.
I'd still find it. I find it funny though because I was kind of fully expecting it to be something daft like it was based on a true story.
Yeah, and then it was.
Because if my life has taught me anything, it's that just because it sounds stupid and like it would never happen, and people aren't that stupid.
Yeah. Well, especially these days, we've seen unfortunately, people are that stupid and crazy things can happen.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Let's see. Xenosaurian says, serious question, how did Greyback get the gun from Naru if he's part of an entirely different clan that doesn't kidnap Harrigan?
Oh, God.
Take his gun and instead gives him the gun and leaves him alone.
Until we get the next part of that story in 6 years.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Star Dutch says, general audience is right now, though, having predator fever, and I think we shouldn't underestimate how important and beneficial that is for us.
Yes, it was a bomber in reality, Ridgetop's reminding us, but it's still something similar happened.
Yeah, still crazy.
And a bomber has significantly
bigger wings.
Spang.
Yeah. And could probably take the weight of someone climbing out onto one of its wings without tipping over more than like a fighter plane would.
Not knowing is not a plot hole. It's just not a part of the story yet. Give it up, man.
Sorry, does not want to give it up.
He does not want to give it up.
Let's see. Casper says, because predators are like us, they share stories of their hunts and their trophies, maybe just because another clan decided to fight those amazing humans that managed to defeat one of their own.
I mean, none of us are disagreeing with that. It's just about nobody getting a fucking break, really.
Yeah. 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 It's basically you meet a predator, you're screwed one way or another.
So you either get to die, you either get to survive, and if that predator was broadcast into his live stream, you get hunted down by the other ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe some of the predators don't broadcast.
Yeah, it's like the Predator version of like and subscribe. It's like the subscribing is like going after their prey that managed to get away or something and picking them up, fighting them again. It's like whatever the sequel to Badlands is going to be, it's going to have like fear stuck up on the Predator's trophy wall, or in like half of a cryo tube to be fought in the arena. Rolling Chaos says, my favourite of Killer of Killers was the Samurai story. Very well done.
Yes, absolutely agree there.
Yeah, that was a great one. Yeah, I think I'd probably say that was my favourite as well. It was really good. I thought the minimal dialogue was done really well for it. And the Predator was super cool. I mean, I liked all of them, but that one I think especially was really cool.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed every single one of their designs.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, I'm hoping to find some ammo. I'm backtracking for some ammo here. Because this has been very punishing.
Hmm. See, Casper says, hey, Casper says they see those humans as unfinished business, or maybe they're obsessed with dominance over legends. The fact that other clans let these humans live makes them more valuable.
I think if maybe they'd have... I just wish we hadn't have got so many. You know, as with it just being Naru, it left it kind of open-ended enough to be like, oh, you know, they're not all fucked.
Yeah. So say at least now with this, Dan has finally officially solved the mystery of why Dutch was such a dick that he never contacted his brother John
Yeah.
all those years when he was looking for him.
That's I'd never even thought about that. That's hilarious.
It's like he's solved the decades-old expanded universe mystery. This is the real reason why he never got in touch with him.
Fuck's sake.
Mike says we'll find out how Greyback got the pistol when we find out how Greyback got the pistol.
Exactly. Oh, this is...
Daddy Predator in the Badlands experience told me that Yautja hunt alone. Yeah, I saw him say that, and it's like, but well, actually, we've seen that they haven't. 'Cause predators.
Yeah.
Owen says they're always hunting in three.
But that's specifically that clan, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that clan. Yeah.
Come on, you little bastards. Be a bunch of you.
Yeah. And Mike says, and I asked his favourite colour, his response was, I'm colourblind. Which was actually a surprisingly, like, on-point response for what we've seen of their vision without the masks on.
Okay, so I missed with that last thing either.
Adam with the...
with the super
money,
chat,
honey. Yeah.
I've seen the comments about Adam laundering money now.
The $5 American. The super chat. And he also says, what did you think of the Rogue Incursion Evolve trailer, Aaron?
I wish that this mission would go a bit easier. The Combat Evolve trailer. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good enough. I'm not convinced on how the aliens look in it. Okay, we got both of them that time. Okay, it's two down. We'll save that quickly. The Evolved edition of the game is... Oh, fuck off. I'm unsure about it. Like, I'm really glad that the people who don't have a VR setup are going to be able to experience the game, but so much of the game's positives, in my opinion, is the tactility of it that's designed specifically for that VR experience.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be not as good a game in non-VR, because so much of the excitement in it comes from, you know, having that motion tracker in your left hand, wobbly holding a pistol or a pulse rifle in your right hand, and having to ditch it and then get both of your hands on the pulse rifle, and there's a physicality to it that makes it a lot better than I think it would be as a flat screener. I'm just hoping they do a good enough job on the visual upgrades that it's you know, that it's worth it. I'll probably still get the... Oh, there were fucking 2 of them. Caleb, this game, man.
Yes.
Playing as the synth has been a lot harder.
This is where the like fan developed kind of difficulty comes into play, not tested by industry professionals.
Oh, there's 3 there.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there, because I mean, you know, not having a VR headset, it's like, oh, that's cool, I could play it now, you know, without one, but it doesn't, you know, it's not something where it's like, oh, this is going to top Alien Isolation, you know, as an Alien game, or Fireteam Elite or anything, because the whole point is that it's a VR game, and it's now not in VR. And surely that is going to diminish it a fair amount.
Yeah. For fuck's sake, I'm going to run into a million aliens outside now.
Mike says, Dex brother, is it Quay or Quai? Quay is a champion, a real one. I really like what I saw of him.
Yeah, it seemed like he was a very good brother.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
Bro.
Look at this! Look at this, Caleb! Jesus Christ!
This is, yeah. They are really after you.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Of course, there's another facehugger.
I don't know how much longer I've got of this in me.
Oh dear. it's very, oh my god, yeah. Wow. That's just unfair. Scotty Gemini says, Dex brother's name is part of the old language. I think that's hella cool that they kept some of it. In the old language, his name means sly.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool, yeah. I did not know that. Viper says,
oh,
sorry, go.
I never dived into the old language.
Yeah, me either.
Because I was always shit at languages at school. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly great. I wanted we had the choice of German and French, and I chose German because it was easier, and of course they gave me French, and I was crap at it. Yeah, I never dived into any of the actual like language stuff that people put together for Predator.
There was too many exclamation marks.
Yeah.
That was always my problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got all 3 of them that time.
Oh, nice.
My
Got
life.
you,
That
Got
was
you.
yeah. I got you. I got you. I got you. My lucky star. Oh,
Yeah.
my lucky star. Come on, you bastards.
Lucky Semtex. The Caustic Viper says, Dan gave us the answer to Dutch by giving us the question of what the fuck happened to Cat Harrigan for no reason.
Cat Harrigan?
Two Harrigan,
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
My brain farted there for a minute.
I'm like, who the fuck's Cat Harrigan? Isn't that that dude who played Jon Snow?
It's his new... Yeah, it's like Kit Harington or something, yeah, but close enough. The Cat Harrigan is now his the Dark Horse brother that Harrigan left behind, and is wondering what the hell happened to him.
Exactly.
He's gonna team up with John Schaefer at some point.
Come on, give me some fucking ammo.
And Mike says, I was feeling so much for Deck at the end of the 15 minutes. I was hurting for the little guy, but at the end they gave so much emotion in his face. Aaron, I was probably asked. This is Ridgetop. Sorry, Ridgetop says Aaron, I was probably asked about a dozen times. Why doesn't Aaron ever make it out to these things?
Well, I tell you what. Next time, then, I'll use all the money to pay for a plane ticket instead.
Yeah, yeah. It's like because we're a little bit further away.
Although there was supposedly, and I don't know if it actually happened, because I was super fucking disappointed by any supposed organisational skills of the company doing it. But there was supposed to be something in London this weekend.
Oh, this weekend.
Yeah, but it wasn't announced. I messaged the page who looked like they were doing it, even though they didn't announce it as an alien thing. And I was like, oh, is this thing... Oh, fuck off. Okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm done on this. I will sit.
Enough for one night.
I will sit and talk for a bit. Yeah, so there was some sort of like activation supposed to be at observation point. Near Waterloo? Is it Waterloo?
I'm not sure. Probably.
Yeah, fair enough.
Is that anywhere near the IMAX?
I'm not sure. It was across one of the bridges. And I think they'd done a bit of advertisement there for... It was either Colonial Marines or it was Isolation in the past, where it was like a giant alien egg outside and a bunch of Colonial Marine cosplayers and stuff like that. And there was supposedly something there, but this company that was doing it, there was no genuine announcement on their Facebook or Instagram or anything. There was just like a random Facebook story with a picture of what looked like the Maginot prop stuff that they'd been using, saying there's something scary happening or whatever this weekend. And I was like, I wasn't going to be able to make it yesterday. I just wasn't. So I messaged him and I says to him, is this thing still on Sunday? And got no reply whatsoever. And I was like, you are a fantastic promotional company. You are doing a very good job promoting this Alien Earth. I checked Twitter as well yesterday, just to see if anybody'd shared anything, and they didn't. I was like, oh, awesome, mint, good job, thank you. So when this kind of stuff sort of fails, because you haven't promoted it very well,
wonder why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never heard about anything happening this weekend either, so that, again, shows how good a job they did at promoting it. It's like their whole job is, like, get people to go to this thing, and they can't even be bothered to respond to someone asking a question about it.
Yeah. So, but it's fine, guys. Next time, I'll just use it to get a plane ticket, and I'll go over. If we're all cool with that, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, Mike says we got asked so many times, where's Aaron? It's like, well, the plane trip takes a long time, but then I guess that'd be nothing for you because you just went to Japan. So.
Oh, I hated it. I hated the. It was like, I like getting to the destination. I don't like traveling to the destination.
Oh yeah. I don't know if anyone likes traveling to.
I mean,
on holiday that's really far away.
In theory, it's awesome because it's like 9 hours where you're trapped and you can spend it doing something that you've been putting off or whatever. But it's just so fucking uncomfortable, man.
Yeah, exactly. Just sat in a really uncomfortable seat and it's loud. And
so I guess that means I'll get a business class ticket as well then when I'm there next year, just so it's less of a pain. Although I don't think we'll be able to afford to send you, Adam. But if you're cool with it, then that's fine by me.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like only one of you can go. Yeah, Aaron's getting the next Comic-Con.
It'd be nice to see everybody, and it's part of the. I don't know. I was going to say fun, but difficulties of an international kind of group that we are. But then it's fun, like when we got to meet up and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was cool.
And we're
very cool.
going to get him on the podcast actually. John Mulaney.
Oh, nice.
He's going to join us on the podcast at some point.
Cool.
Yeah, so I can't remember if we mentioned it on the podcast before, but Caleb and I went to an exhibit of John Mulaney's artwork in London. It was probably a couple of months ago now, wasn't it, bud?
Yeah, geez, it was. It's like beginning of May or something.
Yeah, something like that. And John was the artist who'd worked on Alien the RPG. I think he'd worked on the Weyland-Yutani report as well, doing, like those awesome cutaway kind of things of the various ships and technology and dropship and APC and stuff like that. And yes, not the comedian John Mulaney. And his stuff was awesome. If you've got the Weyland-Yutani report, go look at those cutaways. If you've got the RPG, go look at some of those the ship. I don't think he did the cutaways in the RPG, but he just did like the side profiles of the ships and stuff like that, which was brilliant. And I've known him for a goddamn while now. Well, since the Weyland-Yutani report actually. So we'll have him on the podcast at some point. And there's too many people I want to talk to and get on the podcast. There's too many topics to do. There's not enough fucking time in the world, man. Next podcast will be up on Monday though, tomorrow. Which is a big retrospective interview we did with the Eurocom developers who did Predator Concrete Jungle.
Nice.
Which was pretty good, if I'm honest. There's something about hearing about that era. Because game development is just not documented at all in the same way that movies are.
No.
And
not even remotely.
You hear completely different kind of stories. It's not just about the little lore aspects or the creative aspects about why decisions were made, or this weapon was in the game or this weapon wasn't in the game, or stuff like that. There's little culture bits, as we're starting to learn more about how hard it was for the developers back then. Smaller numbers, a lot more overtime, that whole crunch culture kind of thing. And with 20 years of hindsight and experience to add to it, it's interesting listening to those people talk about that time in their lives and what they had to go through and stuff like that. It's really fascinating. So I'm looking forward to putting that out there. I did share a little snippet from it about the Fox Racing game that was pitched to them as something they could potentially do, which was madness in itself.
Yeah. a bit random.
Yeah, so you could have been sat in a car as a Predator racing against Mulder. Yeah, whatever. That's madness. But
probably coming from like some of the Simpsons hit and run success or something like that.
That was exactly it. That was inspiring them, and the crazy taxi kind of stuff. And it was things like Mario Kart, and there was some other thing they told us about. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. So I shared that earlier this week, just to drum up some interest. Doesn't seem to have been much interest, unfortunately, but we'll see how the full episode does tomorrow. So it'll probably be up evening hour time because I still need to do some bits to the video version to upload. But yeah, my intent is to drop that out tomorrow. And then on to one of the other things that we've got recorded.
Always got that busy one thing to the next going on.
Never ends. It never ends.
No.
And we should hope...
Especially this year.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like, the busiest year for Alien and Predator maybe ever.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 films, a TV show, a game in development.
Yeah. News of another Alien movie.
Oh yeah,
here and there.
Potential AVP movie.
Yeah.
We need to get We need to get Dan T back on the show to talk about Killer of Killers.
Oh yeah.
Which
especially.
It'll be fun.
Sorry.
It'll be fun considering Adam and I weren't in love with that film.
Yeah.
But we've
yeah, I was wondering that. I was like, given that he watched your last, the Prey podcast that you guys did before he came on. Hopefully he's not on and he's like, so you didn't really like it that much then, Aaron? And Ridgetop's like, I liked it.
I liked it more.
Oh yeah, I was positive on it.
So I don't know. Like we dropped interviews with the Predator people after we didn't like the film.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying.
Because we were supposed to interview Fred Decker, and that just we didn't do it because we didn't like the film. And to be fair, there was more sort of interviews potentially for Killer of Killers that we could have done that I've kind of not pursued with my lack of enthusiasm for the film.
I imagine it must be hard to kind of get that stuff together when you're just not that enthusiastic about it, given how many hoops you might have to jump through in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I don't like doing pre-release sort of things. So pre-release interviews, because I don't like to establish a relationship with these creatives before I get a chance to experience it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it makes
the awkwardness.
Yeah. Well, and not even that. There are some outlets out there that maybe praise something that I'm like, really no, really don't agree with you there, and it's because they might have that relationship or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But then again, with time, I think it's more interesting to go back to those ones you don't like. So after a certain amount of time, maybe I will try and talk to Fred Decker again. Maybe I will try and connect to Shane Black, because when Adam and I did that retro with what's his name, because I really like him, Liam O'Donnell. He was the guy that sort of shadow wrote AVP-R on the set, and he went on to do the Skyline films. And the second and third films of the Skyline series I really enjoyed. I thought the first one was trash, but 2 and 3 I really, really liked. So that was a really fun interview to go back with. It was 10 or 15 years after the fact. So when you have that sort of time, your dislike, I think, becomes a little bit less intense once you just accept it.
It's just like, well, that was what that was. Yeah,
exactly. But then you have Adam, who very clearly enjoys that film. So there's this balance. So I'm up for doing stuff like that after an amount of time. And I'd be interested in hunting down some of the Predator people to do that with.
It's like, hey Shane, thanks for coming in. So first question, what the hell were you thinking?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I did actually try and reach out to Shane Salerno a couple of times, who wrote AVP. Well, he did the rewrites on AVP, and then he did the initial drafts of AVPR.
Because weren't those the ones where it was like supposed to be set in Iraq or whatever with a bunch of soldiers originally that the Strauss brothers talked about not being allowed to see?
I think they were I think they was his pictures, but AVP no, AVPR as it is started from him.
Yeah. Okay.
So the finished version is still Shane Salerno. It's just that Liam did stealth.
Yeah.
Rewrites and stuff. Well, uncredited rewrites, I should say.
Because I remember hearing about some of that stuff. Wasn't that one where like a bunch of teenagers got hold of a Predator plasma caster and they were like driving around joyriding, blowing up cows with it and stuff? So when it was called Survival of the Fittest.
I don't think that happened in Survival of the Fittest. I think that was one of those pitched ideas for a scene.
Okay.
The script is
Thankfully, that never got made.
the script is
That's the thing.
available. That survival of the fittest draft. I'm sure we have that on the website, and I think I read it when we were doing our commentary for AVPR when we did our fan commentary. Where is it? Original AVP2 script. Although it's not called Survival of the Fittest there. But we do have it's a first draft. It has the Survival of the Fittest quote on it. You know, from the Origins of the Species.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I think we're done, aren't we?
I definitely am. I've not been playing anything, so
Fair enough. So just to talk about the game, I really enjoyed. In general, I really enjoyed the game. For a fan-made effort with so much variety and actually fitting story in there. Obviously, it was built on Aliens Eradication was built on the back of, I think, 2 other Aliens TCs for Doom, and you know, so it is a bit of a collaborative. What's it called when you iterative sort of project there. It was hard. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. Even playing as the Weyland-Yutani Commando, it was hard, but it was still enjoyable. Trying it there as the fucking combat synth, that was punishing. I don't think any of my other playthroughs had been that frustratingly hard. But it's like you were saying, you know, fan games aren't balanced that well. You know, even like some of the mods for AVP2, sometimes they can be annoyingly hard to do.
yeah.
Like even some of the better AVP2 mods, you know. What was the AVP mode called? I played that a year or 2 ago as well on the stream. Under the Hunter's Moon, that's it, I think.
Oh yeah. God, some of the bits in that, it's like, man, how are you? Like, what are you even supposed to do here?
Yeah.
You know, like,
so
yeah, they just don't have that same finesse with the design that a professional game does.
Yeah, exactly. But they're fun and they're nice experiences, and as game fans, you know, I appreciate that ability to give other people places to start with their video game developers. You know, so many people who made the games that we love in the olden days, you know, who made AVP, who made AVP2, you know, they started doing Doom maps and Doom mods and stuff like that.
Modders.
So I always appreciate the fact that that option is still there for people who are interested in getting in the community, in the industry, sorry, should I say. And this game, you know, Eradication, I think it's only like 3 or 4 years old, you know, so it's not like a very old thing, mod that was put together. So version 2 was released in 2021, so this is relatively recent, which is still awesome to see that that's still happening. There are other fan games out there. I had another one downloaded called Redacted, Aliens Redacted. I think I'll take a break from streaming this now. I finished that campaign though, the Weyland-Yutani campaign, but I'm still interested in trying other fan things and other fan single player missions for AVP2 and stuff like that, if the chat's still interested in watching playthroughs of that. So you'll just have to let me know if that was fine until I rage quit this
until it got too annoying.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm happy to keep doing that. I don't know what we'll be playing next week. I imagine oh wait, no, I think I do know. 1 second, let me just check the diary, because I think we have a special guest next week. The 3rd. We do. We have a special guest next week. We're going to be joined again by Trevor Newlin, the alien performer from Alien Romulus, on Fireteam Elite again.
Nice.
So I need to get Adam to whip us up a thingy for that. But yeah, cool. So that's what we're playing next week.
Well,
But
that should be fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that one.
So yeah, cool. That's it. I'm done. Keep an eye out on avpgalaxy.net tomorrow. It'll be up around about evening time. GMT is when I expect it'll be up around about for the next podcast. And yeah, see you next week with Trevor Newland. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to Caelan for coming on to read some questions and talk to me at the end.
No problem.
And